The problem with most Quebec City guides, they miss what makes this place special. Quebec isn't just North America's oldest walled city. It's where 400 years of cultural resistance created a French-Canadian DNA that transforms everything from how you drink coffee to how you experience history. We've designed this 3-day guide to unlock Quebec's living traditions so you'll experience North America's only fortified city through the eyes of those who call it home, instead of just another tourist. Ready to unlock these secrets? Perfect! Now let's get right into your first day. Day 1. Royal Fortress Views and Historic Foundations. Today, we're not just seeing Quebec's crown jewels. We're understanding why this city developed a fortress mentality that still shapes how Québécois interact with the world. Flying into Jean Lesage International Airport puts you just a short journey from Old Quebec's cobblestone streets. Skip the overpriced taxi and board Route 76 or 80 buses, which drop you right in the heart of the action. Go all in and stay at the legendary Château Frontenac. If you want to wake up inside this city's most iconic symbol, or for a more moderate budget, choose Best Western plus City Center. In trendy San Roch for authentic neighborhood life where locals grab their morning café au lait. Both options are ideally positioned for our French-Canadian adventure. Start your adventure where Quebec's cultural resistance was born, at the Parliament Building in the Government District, where 26 bronze statues tell the story of French Canadians who refused to vanish after British conquest. These aren't just decorative figures, they're the faces of those who built their own government, conducted business in their language, and proved that cultural survival requires political power. Touch the bronze of Samuel de Champlain on the 4th floor and you're touching the hands that planted French dreams in North American soil. Snap a quick photo at the gorgeous Fontaine de Tourny. It's one of those spots that begs to be on your feed. From there, head toward the old city through the Saint Louis Gate. Walking through those massive stone walls feels like stepping back in time, and they still fulfill their defensive purpose by shielding residents from the harsh winters. A gentle, scenic stroll uphill leads us to the highlight of our morning, the historic Quebec Citadel. Arriving right as the doors open at 9 a.m. helps you beat the crowds and step inside without delay. Once inside, the Royal 22E Regiment Museum tells the inspiring story of this French-Canadian unit, celebrated for proving that they could be fierce defenders of their homeland. The guided tour includes museum admission and offers a fascinating glimpse into how the fortress's spirit has profoundly influenced local culture. Insider tip: if you're visiting in the summer, try to catch the changing of the guard ceremony at 10 a.m. It's a great way to dive into local tradition. As the morning light softens into that cozy afternoon glow, make your way over to Château Frontenac. It's impossible to miss. This castle-like hotel has been towering over the city skyline since 1893. And, fun fact, it's said to be the most photographed hotel in the world, so go ahead and snap a photograph to add to the collection. Now step onto Dufferin Terrace for some of the best river views around. Locals stroll this boardwalk every morning, not for cardio, but more like a peaceful daily ritual. The Saint Laurent River stretches toward the Atlantic, connecting Quebec to France. This physical position mirrors the city's cultural psychology, rooted in North America but spiritually connected to European traditions. These views are stunning, but wait until day 3 when you experience the same river from an entirely different perspective, which will change everything you thought you knew about Quebec's relationship with the water. Here's something incredible. During winter months, you can actually rocket down the O1884 toboggan slide, the area's oldest thrill ride that's been giving visitors an adrenaline rush since 1884. Continue down the street to Notre-Dame de Quebec Basilica Cathedral, famous for its stunning Rococo ceilings and intricate gold leaf details. These beautiful features reflect the determination to bring European-quality sacred spaces to the New World. Inside, the peaceful atmosphere offers the perfect quiet moment to pause and reflect amidst your sightseeing adventure. When hunger strikes, travel back in time to dine at Aux Anciens Canadiens, which offers traditional Québécois cuisine in a 17th century building, which is the oldest house in Quebec. This restaurant specializes in cultural dishes like tourtière, meat pie, and croutons. pork spread that blends French techniques with North American ingredients. Your afternoon continues with a pleasant walk to the Plan d'Abraham Museum, where the battle's 1759 to 1760 exhibition brings New France's most pivotal moments to life. Walking through adjacent Battlefields Park, you're treading ground where French and British forces clashed for control of North America. The Battle of the Plan d'Abraham ended French rule in North America, yet Quebec heritage survived, creating its modern identity. During Golden Hour, head back toward the Old City to explore Rue du Trésor, a charming artist's alley where local artists display city scenes and offer portrait paintings during summer months. This narrow passage captures old Quebec's artistic spirit and provides unique souvenir opportunities you won't find anywhere else. Discover the local food culture at La Buche, where tradition meets a modern twist. It's got that cozy sugar shack vibe that pays tribute to Quebec's deep maple syrup roots and a great example of how comfort food can be given a gourmet upgrade. Classic flavors, elevated with a bit of French flair, while still keeping true to its local soul. As darkness transforms Quebec City into a living fairy tale with its illuminated ramparts, wrap up your day with a cozy nightcap at Le Somme Bistro, inside the iconic Château Frontenac. Grab a seat by the window, take in those river views, and let it all sink in. The sights, the stories, and everything you've experienced on this first day of cultural adventure. Tomorrow, we're descending to where Quebec's story truly began, in the lower town's narrow streets where French colonists first built their New World dreams, and where the city's most authentic cultural heartbeat still pulses today. Day 2. Cobblestones, Quebecois soul, and hidden underground secrets. The morning mist rises from the Saint Laurent River as you prepare to descend into the city's beating heart. The lower town, where French colonists first carved their dreams into New World stone over 4 centuries ago. Your day begins with a choice. Take the historic cliff railway known as the funicular, or brave the escalier cascou, breakneck stairs, to descend to the lower town. The Petit Champlain district unfolds before you like a storybook come to life. As one of North America's oldest commercial districts, it's more than just shops and storefronts. It pulses with the spirit of French entrepreneurship that refused to be conquered. Each vibrant building tells a story of resilience, adaptation, and that uniquely Quebecois talent for turning necessity into beauty. In winter, the magic really takes hold when the whole district transforms into a living Christmas village, continuing French traditions brought across the Atlantic. Your feet will lead you naturally to Place Royale, where Samuel de Champlain planted the seeds of a culture that thrived against all odds. In this spot now stands Notre-Dame de Victoire Church, North America's oldest stone church. Touch those 17th century stones and you're touching the same stones French colonists carved out of this land centuries ago when it was pure wilderness. Now that the sunlight is beginning to stretch into the afternoon, make your way to the Museum of Civilization. Book tickets online to save. A space that feels more like a dialogue than a display. Inside, exhibits unfold like stories, revealing how the Quebecois identity has been carefully shaped, layer by layer, by European heritage and the rugged rhythm of North American life. A few minutes on foot brings you to the Fresque de Québécois, a sprawling mural that covers an entire building wall. At first glance, it's a beautiful piece of street art, but take a closer look, and you'll see centuries of history woven into its details. Historical icons stand shoulder to shoulder with modern-day locals, a visual timeline that reminds you that Quebec's culture isn't frozen in time. It's alive, evolving, and deeply rooted in its people. Just around the corner, lunch awaits at Chez Boulet Bistro Boreal, where the flavors of the northern forest come straight to your plate. The menu leans into ingredients once foraged by indigenous communities and early French settlers. Think fir tree essence, wild berries, and birch syrup. Dishes are beautifully plated, but grounded in heritage, offering a taste of the boreal landscape itself. As the afternoon gives way to evening, step into one of the capital's lesser-known gems, the Morin Center. Once a grim 19th century prison, now a vibrant cultural hub. Downstairs, narrow stone cells still carry the scratchings of former inmates. Upstairs, sunlight filters through tall windows onto rows of old leather-bound books in a breathtaking Victorian library. This building doesn't just tell stories, it embodies Quebec's journey from conquest to cultural renaissance. Check out the latest admission fees and opening hours from our link in the description. Now that twilight is settling in, make your way to the San Roch neighborhood, just a short walk yet a world away from the polished postcard charm of old Quebec. The energy here is different, raw, creative, and refreshingly unfiltered. No one here is performing for tourists. Life unfolds in real time, and that authenticity gives the district its magnetic pull. For dinner, find your way to Buvette Scott, a cozy yet acclaimed spot that quietly earned a 2025 Michelin Bib Gourmand for offering top-notch food at approachable prices. Its chalkboard menu shifts with the seasons, spotlighting fresh ingredients from nearby farms and forests. After soaking up the elevated culinary scene, the evening naturally shifts into the city's authentic nightlife, where the craft beer scene reveals cultural truths that wine cannot express. In the San Roch district, the vibe changes after dark. Locals gather in the very spots they live and work, making it feel like a true neighborhood experience. At La Corrigan Brewery, you can try their famous beer-infused gravy poutine. Choosing squeaky cheese curds and rich brown gravy isn't just food. It's a statement that declares your independence from traditional culinary norms. Then there's Noctem Artisan Brasseur, where innovative local brews meet colorful murals in a revamped industrial space, and a perfect example of how the working-class neighborhoods here are transforming into lively cultural hubs. Tomorrow, you'll discover why Quebec City's relationship with the mighty Saint Laurent River shaped not just its geography, but its soul. Day 3. River Rhythms, Culinary Secrets, and Frozen Waterfalls. The Saint Laurent River has whispered Quebec City's secrets for centuries, from indigenous trading routes to French colonial dreams to modern Quebecois identity. Today, you'll finally listen to what it's been saying. The river reveals the city's true nature from angles that walking cannot provide. Croisière AML river cruises offer more than scenic views. They provide perspective on how geography shaped destiny. From the water, you'll understand why French explorers chose this exact spot, how the dramatic clifftop setting provided natural defense, and why the city's relationship with the river remains fundamental to its identity. For winter visitors, or if you're craving a little nature escape, Montmorency Falls is just a short drive from downtown. But it feels like another world. Towering 83 meters high, these falls actually beat Niagara in height, yet their narrow cascade keeps things surprisingly intimate. In summer, you can cross a suspension bridge right above the water, or hike the cliffside trails for sweeping river views. But winter is when the magic really sets in. The spray freezes into shifting towers of ice, a hauntingly beautiful sculpture reshaped daily by the wind and cold. Back in the city, let your taste buds lead the way. The Grand Marché de Québec is more than just a market. It's a celebration of local heritage with around 100 regional producers coming together under one roof, offering everything from cloudberry jam to artisan charcuterie. Make sure to stop by Laiterie Charlevoix 1608, where they're reviving a nearly forgotten legacy. Cheese made from rare Canadian cattle, whose ancestors came over with the first French settlers. If you're visiting during maple season, a detour to Érablière du Lac Beauport is a must. Picture wooden tables groaning under platters of maple smoked ham, baked beans, and crispy oreilles de gris pork rinds, all soundtracked by lively folk tunes. For a reasonable cost, it's all you can eat, and all heart. If you prefer something a little more casual, head to Buffet de l'Antiquaire. This no-frills diner has been dishing out hearty, working-class comfort food for decades. Think warm sipai, rich pig's trotter stew, and breakfasts that stick with you all day. With their reasonable prices, it's where locals go to reconnect with their roots, one bite at a time. With daylight fading, enjoy a leisurely walk along the Promenade Samuel de Champlain. Stretching nearly 7 kilometers beside the Saint Laurent River, this urban park isn't just scenic, it's symbolic. Each of its 6 themed stations highlights a different facet of Quebec's historic relationship with water, from trade to identity. Having worked up your appetite for dinner, go out on a high note at Restaurant Les Ondes. Their 6-course tasting menu reads like a love letter to the land, each dish showcasing seasonal ingredients from forest, farm, and shore with refined French technique. Not feeling a full tasting? No problem. The a la carte options still deliver bold flavors and beautiful plating in a relaxed, welcoming space. Now, as the evening winds down, there's something truly special you have to try at any of the area's local bars: traditional Caribou. This warming drink mixes red wine, whiskey, and maple syrup. But it's way more than just a cocktail. Through Quebec's harsh winters, Caribou has been a symbol of community and resilience, connecting everyone who drinks it to generations past who used this blend to survive and celebrate together. And as you take one last look at the city's softly glowing ramparts, something settles in. Maybe it's the hush of the evening, or perhaps it's the lingering taste of the Caribou still warming your chest. But it clicks. Quebec City isn't just a stop on a map. It's a feeling, a rhythm, a way of seeing the world that blends old and new, Europe and North America, resilience and celebration, all in one place. We hope this thoughtfully paced 3-day journey helps you step beyond sightseeing into true connection. Which experience from this itinerary are you most excited to discover? Share your Quebec City dreams in the comments below and stop by next weekend for our next exciting destination guide. While you're here, don't forget to check out our other thoughtfully crafted itineraries that help you experience the world like an insider rather than just a visitor. Next week, we're heading to another incredible destination with another perfectly crafted itinerary. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our worldwide adventures.